प्रणाम। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु उदितं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, 12th chapter, last verse of the chapter, verse number 16. Whoever wants to read the verse can raise your hands, please. Madhumai Krishna Kanta Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। तस्मान्नरो असंग सुसंग जाता ज्ञानासिने हैव विवृक्न मोहः हरिं तदिह कथन श्रुताभ्यां लब्ध स्मृतिर्याति अतिपारम अध्वनः। थैंक यू माताजी। हरे कृष्ण।
रम्या माधवी माताजी।
हरे कृष्ण माताजी, दंडवत प्रणाम। तस्मान्नरो संग सुसंग जात ज्ञानासिनेहैव विवृक्ण मोहः हरिं तदीहा कथन श्रुताभ्यां लब्ध स्मृतिर्यात्यति पारमध्वनः। हरे कृष्ण।
थैंक यू। चित्र मोहिनी माताजी। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। तस्मात् नरः संगः सुसंगः जाता ज्ञानासिनहैव विवृक्न मोहः हरिं तदीह कथनाश्रुताभ्यां लब्धस्मृतिर्यात्रुति पाराम् अध्वनः। हरे कृष्ण माताजी।
थैंक यू। वेंकट नरसिम्हा प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। तस्मात् नरो असज्ञ सुजज्ञ जात ज्ञानापि विवश्नमोह हरिं तदीह कथन श्रुताभ्यां लब्धस्मृति अतियाति पारम अज्जनः। हरे कृष्ण माताजी।
थैंक यू। हरे कृष्णा। बी शुभराव प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण माताजी, दंड प्रणाम माताजी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। तस्मान्नरो संग सुसंग जाता ज्ञानासिनी हैव विवृक्ष्ण मोहः हरिं तदीह कथन श्रुताभ्यां लब्ध स्मृतिर्यात्यति पारमध्वनः। हरे कृष्ण।
थैंक यू। हरे कृष्ण। प्रेम प्रिया जयश्री माता जी। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। तस्मान्नरो असंग सुसंग जात ज्ञानासिने हैव विवृक्ण मोहः हरिं तडीह कथन श्रुताभ्यां लब्ध स्मृतिर्याति अति पारम अध्वनः। हरे कृष्ण माताजी।
थैंक यू। रेवती। ओ कृष्णा माता जी। व्हाट इज नेम? रेवती रंगिनी। रेवती माता जी, व्हाट इज योर नेम? कांट हियर यू। प्रफुल्ला माता जी, गो अहेड प्लीज।
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। प्रणाम माताजी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। तस्मान्नरो असंग सुसंग जातः ज्ञानासिनेहैव विवृक्ण मोहः हरिं तदिह कथन श्रुताभ्यां लब्ध स्मृतिर्याति अति परमध्यानः। हरे कृष्ण माताजी। थैंक यू।
रेवती माता जी, at any point when you can talk. Srinivas Dayamai Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी, दंडवत प्रणाम। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। तस्मान्नरो संग सुसंग जाता ज्ञानासिने हैव विवृक्न मोहः हरिं तदिह कथनश्रुताभ्यां स्मृतिर्याति अतिपारम अध्वनः। हरे कृष्ण।
विजय कुमारी माता जी, हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। तस्मात् अरो असुसंग संग साधा ज्ञानासुनेन हैव विवृक्नमोहः हरितं इह आदान श्रद्धाभ्यां लब्धस्मृतिर्यादि अधिभारम् अत्वन्। थैंक यू माता जी।
उषा भट्ट माता जी, हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी। प्रणाम माता जी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। तस्मान्नरो असंग सुसंग जाता ज्ञानासिनेहैव विवृक्ष्णमोहः हरिं तदिह कथनश्रुताभ्यां लब्धस्मृतिर्या त्रुतिपारमध्वनः। थैंक यू माता जी। हरे कृष्ण।
रेवती माता जी, can you speak now? Okay. तस्मान् नरो असंग सुसंग जाता ज्ञानाशिनेः विवृक्नमोहा हरिं तदिहा कथनाश्रुताभ्यं लब्ध्वा स्मृतिर्याति अतिपारमध्वनः। Tasmat, for this reason, Naraha, every person, Asanga, by detachment from the association of worldly people. Susanga, by the association of devotees. Jat, produced. Jnana Ashina, by the sword of knowledge. Iha, in this material world. Eva, even. Vivakrena Moha, whose illusion is completely cut to pieces. Harim, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Tadiha, of his activities. Kathana Shrutabhyam, by the two processes of hearing and chanting. Labdhva Smriti, the lost consciousness is regained. Yati, achieves. Atiparam, the ultimate end. Advanaha, of the path back home, back to Godhead. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Simply by associating with exalted devotees, anyone can attain perfection of knowledge. And with the sword of knowledge can cut to pieces the illusory associations within this material world. Through the association of devotee, one can engage in the service of the Lord by hearing and chanting. Shravanam Kirtanam. Thus one can revive his dormant Krishna consciousness and sticking to the cultivation of Krishna consciousness, return home back to Godhead even in this life. Purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. To become liberated from material bondage, one must give up the association of worldly people and accept the association of devotees. Positive and negative processes are mentioned in this regard. Through the association of devotees, one develops Krishna consciousness, which is dormant within. This Krishna consciousness movement is giving this chance to everyone. We are giving shelter to everyone who is serious about progressing in Krishna consciousness. We arrange for their lodging and board so that they can peacefully cultivate Krishna consciousness and return home back to Godhead even in this life. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of the 5th canto of Krishna, 12th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Conversation Between Maharaj Rahugan and Jad Bharat. मम ज्ञान तिविरंधस्य ज्ञानांजन शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा गदामह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्ते। तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुस्ते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमामि विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांता स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। Simply by associating with exalted devotees, anyone can attain perfection of knowledge, and with the sword of knowledge can cut to pieces the illusory associations within this material world. Through the association of devotees, one can engage in the service of the Lord by hearing and chanting, Shravanam Kirtanam. Thus one can revive his dormant Krishna consciousness and sticking to the cultivation of Krishna consciousness, return home back to Godhead even in this life. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, the creative impetus, chapter number 12, which is entitled as the
Conversation between Rahugana
Maharaj
and
Rahugana and
Maharaj Rahugan and Jad Bharat. So these are the conversations, and Jad Bharat is telling Maharaj Rahugan. He took him for a ride, right? Maharaj Rahugan humbly surrendered to the lotus feet of Jad Bharat and said that he did not understand. He confessed he did not understand what Jad Bharat mentioned in the last chapter. So, Hare Krishna, sorry. So please repeat. Jad Bharat repeats, but when he starts to repeat, he takes a position of a guru. And sometimes the guru has to undo the things in the consciousness of a disciple and then introduce something new. And then he started with the concept of, telling King Rahugan about him, but from an outside. So he can see that how everything is made of earth, but then that's not the ultimate truth, because earth is made up of atom, but that is also not ultimate truth, because atom behind atom is the absolute truth itself. Now, who is that absolute truth? It can be realized in Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagwan feature, but the best of all realization is the Bhagwan feature. And who can give that realization? The association of a pure devotee. Who is a pure devotee? Yeah, who is a pure devotee? According to Jad Bharat's instruction, who is a pure devotee? Where?
Vaishnava.
Huh?
Vaishnava.
What's the quality that he talks about?
Pure devotee is
One
one.
is-
Krishna
one is-
positively. Yes. Who is
Professor
serving Krishna.
Mataji, I can't understand. Can you please repeat?
A pure devotee is one who is always concerned serving Krishna positively and seriously, mother.
Positively, enthusiastically, okay. They're not talking about social or political agendas. Pure devotee is a devotee who's talking about Krishna, right?
one who sees Krishna everywhere.
Yeah, Krishna,
in
Krishna-centered.
everyone.
Yeah, basically, I think I may be sounding very rigid, but I'm looking for what Jad Bharat is saying, because we are in this chapter now. So, in the association of pure devotees, there is no question of discussing material subjects like politics and sociology. In an assembly of pure devotee, there is discussion only of qualities, forms, and pastime of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, this is a pure devotee, okay, where you will not find anything else. So, now what do you do with the pure devotee? Only by smearing the dust from the lotus feet of such a pure devotee on one's body can one actually become purified of all the material contamination. What is the result? Because a pure devotee can open the door to Golok Vrindavan, and we can go there. How do they do that? By giving us knowledge, by engaging us in devotional service. What knowledge they give? They give knowledge about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What is the result of that knowledge? You see, in material world, if you get some knowledge, which is actually not a knowledge, it's a skill to live, but we call it as knowledge. We get knowledge, then we actually get a way to live in this world, right? People who are educated are generally better than people who are not educated in their lifestyle in general. Yeah, the standard is better, they're more sophisticated. Yes or no?
Material life, yes, Mataji. Material life.
Really sophisticated.
Yeah, in this world. So that is a result of material knowledge. But this knowledge, this Krishna conscious knowledge, can help us slash or cut to pieces the illusory associations within this material world. I'm associating myself with this. Pastime of Chitraketu, right? Pastime of Chitraketu, when Chitraketu's son died, and Narad Muni and Angira Rishi came, and Narad Muni and Angira Rishi gave him the instruction. So powerful. It says, what are you crying about? The dead body, which is laying in front of you, which was, you did not have a connection with this body some time ago. In future also, you are not supposed to have. So what are you crying about? They're very thought-provoking. I'm not saying if somebody is grieving, you talk about Chitraketu's pastime, but these are thought-provoking conversations or thought-provoking instructions. That what are you actually crying about? What are you crying about? Because it wasn't there before, it won't be there in future. So what is the lamentation of? A lamentation is illusory as much as the relationship was illusory. But these are the words of the Shastras. I am not a realized soul. Neither am I going to talk like this to somebody who is grieving. I will rather let them grieve and lighten their heart. But the Shastras are very direct. The Shastras are saying that why are you choosing to be in illusion when there is a bright light available, when there is path of knowledge available? What is making you stay attached to the illusion? You know, Swami Bhagavan Keshav Maharaj said once sannyasi was giving class in Africa, and one person asked from the crowd to the Maharaj, said, Maharaj, what is an illusion? What is an illusion? What is Maya? So the sannyasi who was giving the class, he stood up from Vyasasana and he ran outside in the courtyard of the temple. All the devotees went behind him, just stood up, and he ran outside in the courtyard of the temple. And then he hugged a tree and then he said, let me go, let me go, let me go. He said, this is illusion. Basically, you say, this is illusion, let me go, let me go, let me go. But we are actually not caught. We are only caught by the lack of the real knowledge. Okay, so this particular knowledge of Krishna consciousness cuts our illusion to this material world, which binds us. Because we are a living entity having an experience in this material world, and we are thinking the experience is real. But according to the Shastras, it is maybe real right now, but it is very temporary. But we want something which is permanent. Anybody here looking for a short-term, fulfilling, happy, loving relationship? Short-term, only for a day. We usually want long-term, right?
No, Mataji.
But is there anyone who's gonna get it for forever? Even though we're not looking, it will still end. Prabhupada mentions this world is full of anxiety, fear of unknown, and anxiety. Because you love someone, you're full of anxiety. That love brings anxiety. Why? Because, oh, my beloved may not go away, or I may not go away. So this anxiety is always there because this is how this world is. Why is this anxiety? Because we are loving the shadow. And the shadow disappears in the light. So we have to get to the real thing. And that we cannot do unless and until we are associating with the pure devotee and serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead in devotional service. And then they give mercy and then remove this illusion or curtain of illusion from our eyes. And it is said that this is all possible in this short span of life, even in this life. Even in this life, there's an assurance given in this particular chapter that we can go back to Krishna if we are serious about cutting our illusion. We can pray to Krishna like that. Krishna, please cut my illusion. I just don't know where all I have spread it out, scattered. Please bring my attention specifically focused at your lotus feet. And Prabhupada is glorifying ISKCON, that how we are providing that platform to the people worldwide to come to live with us and to learn the science of Krishna consciousness and peacefully go back home, back to Godhead. We don't like peace. We like hard work. We like drama or chaos. We don't like peace. That's why we find problems in Krishna consciousness. But actually, there is no problem because a person coming from Goloka Vrindavan, like Srila Prabhupada, is more powerful than the material world. You just have to have faith. Okay, so understand that that Bharat has spent a significant amount of time, at least 3 verses in the end, describing the importance of associating with the pure devotee and serving them with humility, because that will take us back home, back to Godhead. I think I'll stop here. Any questions, reflections, realizations, corrections, complaints? Okay, so we go to this